Because the show is called The Chicago Griller, you all probably figured there would come a time when I made deep dish pizza. Well, that time is now, so crank up that gas and fire up your grills. We are making deep dish. Hey there, what's up you guys? I am Jerry and welcome back to the program, The Chicago Griller. If you're new to the channel, this is the show where I share my favorite tips, tricks, and recipes for the Weber Q and other gas grills. If you think that this information will be helpful to you, definitely hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. In fact, hit the subscribe button so hard that it loses all its color and changes from red to gray. Anyways, I know a lot of you guys are from outside the US and might not know what deep dish is. Well, deep dish pizza can be best described as a really thick buttery pizza where the ingredients are mostly on the inside and then stuffed with cheese and tomato sauce. It sounds a little bit ridiculous, but it is delicious and is a staple in a lot of Chicago restaurants like Lou Malnati's, Giordano's, and of course the one that started us all, Pizzeria Uno. Today will be my very first attempt at making this at home, so follow me and I'll show you how it's done. Today, we are going to make our Chicago-style deep dish pizza in this 10-inch cast iron skillet. Every good pizza begins with the pizza dough, and this is no different. My lovely girlfriend here is making a homemade one from scratch. Typical Chicago deep dish dough is a cornmeal-based crust. The recipe for this dough is down in our description below. Obviously, making dough is not everybody's jam, so you can make a pre-made dough as well. You'll just need about 2 cups worth for a 10-inch skillet. No matter if you made or bought your dough, the first thing you're going to do is butter your skillet. So here I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and I'm going to pour it into the skillet, then evenly apply it to the bottom and the sides of the skillet. We're using butter instead of oil because remember, traditional deep dish pizza has a buttery, flaky crust. Anyways, once that's done, I'm going to grab some cornmeal and just spread about 1 to 2 tablespoons onto that buttered pan. And if you have little small clumps in there, just use your finger and spread it out a little bit. This adds some great texture to your pizza. And now we're ready for the crust. As I mentioned before, we used about 2 cups worth of dough. Go ahead and place that in the center of your pan, then start working it gently towards the edges of the pan. Now, if you think you need a little bit more dough to reach the edge of your skillet and you have a little bit remaining, go ahead and add that in. Continue working the dough towards the edge of your skillet and a little bit up the sides and up the walls of the skillet. And there we go. This looks pretty good, if I must say so myself. And now for the ingredients. First up is what I like to call a wall of mozzarella cheese. Proper Chicago-style pizza uses slices of mozzarella cheese arranged in an even layer across the bottom of the pizza, like so. You can use shredded, but that's not true Chicago style. Now once your cheese layer has been constructed, we're ready for the other toppings. Today I am sauteing up some Italian sausage. You do need to cook your sausage all the way through before adding it to the pizza. Today I'm also going to add some green pepper. This doesn't necessarily need to be cooked, but I do like the little light sear you get from the skillet. Now for the ingredients layer. I'm going to take our cooked Italian sausage and layer it evenly on top of the mozzarella cheese slices. And this is now looking pretty good, so I am going to fill the gaps with some sliced green pepper. And for my pizza today, I actually have one more ingredient to add that I did not saute, and those are just some sliced grape tomatoes. We are going to add pizza sauce in the next step, but I like the chunkiness that these tomatoes provide. And now once you have added all your ingredients, take a jar of your favorite pizza sauce, spoon it on top of all your ingredients, and fully cover and smooth it out as best you can into a thick, delicious pizza sauce layer. And there we go. Your Chicago-style deep dish pizza is now ready for the oven or the grill. And I know I've made this joke before, but I am the Chicago griller, not the Chicago baker, so I'm gonna do this on an outdoor grill. So out here on my patio, I have preheated my trusty Weber Q, and we're gonna go ahead and place this cast iron skillet directly on the grates. Close the lid and cook this for about 30 minutes at 425 degrees F. Obviously, if using an oven, just set the temperature and go, but if using a grill, you may need to fiddle with the gas control to get the right temperature. 30 minutes later, your pizza should be done, so go ahead and pull it out of your oven, or in my case, take it off the grill. And as you can also see, here in Chicago in the fall, it gets dark very early, so I'm gonna bring this inside and show you how this pizza looks. Okay, we are looking pretty good. This is our homemade deep dish pizza. Now, you should let this pizza rest for about 30 minutes because it will be easier to cut, but if you're hungry, you could just let it cool off for about 10 or 15 minutes and just dive right in. We are really hungry here, so we're just gonna go dive right in. So, cutting into the pizza. First slice is always the hardest one to get out. So I'm gonna grab a spatula and check it out. That looks perfect and that cheese is dripping just like you'd get at Giordano's. And look at little Huey in the bottom right of the screen. He's watching us very intently. Huey, what do you think about deep dish pizza? Come on, buddy, it's a plate of meat and cheese, your favorite. Well, if Huey doesn't want to admire the pizza, let's go back to our uncut views of our deep dish pizza and admire it for all its beauty and deliciousness. Okay, so that's it. That's how you can grill up a homemade deep dish pizza on a Weber Q or any other gas grill. You know, it really wasn't as difficult or complicated as I thought it would be, and it was quite delicious, and I got a lot of satisfaction out of doing it myself. That said, I do think Lou Malnati's is safe. I won't be opening a competing shop anytime soon. Anyways, let me know in the comment section down below if you plan on trying to make deep dish pizza at home, or if you've ever had true deep dish pizza in Chicago before. I'd be curious to know. Anyways, thank you very much as always for watching me today. If you enjoyed this program, definitely hit the like button, comment, or subscribe. It really does help me out, continue to bring great content to this show. Thanks again for watching. I can't wait to see you all again next time. Bye now.